correct answer is worth £1,000. Good luck, mate. Your time starts now. Brian and Jennifer Aldridge are characters in what Radio 4 drama?
The Archers.
Correct. The Cuban Sugar Ramos was a world featherweight champion in what sport?
Boxing.
Correct. Who was the only US president not to live in the White House?
Pass.
George Washington. What primate shares its name with a short jacket worn by sailors and waiters?
Pass.
Monkey. William Hartnell was the first actor to play what long-running
Doctor Who.
character? Yes, the Doctor. The Telegraph and Argus newspaper is based in what Yorkshire city?
Leeds.
Bradford. The South Korean dish sambap contains what staple crop?
Rice.
Correct. When discovered in 1893, the Excelsior was the largest known example of what gemstone?
Sapphire.
Diamond. What 80s Tom Cruise film had the tagline, "When he pours, he reigns"?
Rayman.
Cocktail. New South Wales in Australia was so named by which English sea captain?
Cook.
Correct, Captain Cook. What British company makes the Eliza and Effie handbags?
Pass.
Did you know that?
Burberry.
No. Would have been Mulberry. Nigel, not bad though, £5,000. Your time starts now. A door with pull on one side usually has what word on the other?
Push.
Correct. The nicknames of two of the Spice Girls began with what letter?
P.
S. Which Formula One world champion was born in Vienna, 1949?
Alan Prost.
Niki Lauda. The 1962 novel Love in Amsterdam began a series about which Dutch detective?
Pass.
Piet van der Valk. What American fashion brand created the Big Pony perfume range?
Chanel.
Ralph Lauren. With 150 chapters, what's the longest book of the King James Bible?
Genesis.
Psalms. Actor Mickey Rooney got married 7 times in what Nevada city?
Ooh, Las Vegas.
Correct. What bell was last rung on George Washington's birthday in 1846?
Listine Bell.
Liberty Bell. Long and short corners are awarded by officials in what Olympic sport?
Hockey.
Correct. The name of what art form derives from Greek words meaning... No time to get there, Andy. £3,000. Your time starts now. In terms of emotional display, the English are said to have a stiff what?
Upper lip.
Correct. In 1980, US director Ron Howard left what long-running sitcom?
Happy Days.
Correct. Macedonia, Monaco and Andorra all joined the UN in what decade?
50s.
90s. Montmorency, the dog, features in what book by Jerome K. Jerome?
Pass.
3 Men in a Boat. Which admiral was fatally wounded at the Battle of Trafalgar?
Nelson.
Correct. Brian Eno played keyboards for what pop group in the early 70s?
Pass.
Roxy Music. What season of the year completes the phrase "the dead of what"?
Winter.
Correct. In what Graham Greene novel does Henry Pulling go on a journey with a family member?
Pass.
Travels with my aunt. Abbreviated to NG, what unit of weight is 1,000 millionth of a gram?
Nanogram.
Correct. Unobtainium is a precious material found in which James Cameron film?
Pass.
Avatar. The Orient refers to countries in the east and southeast of what continent?
Asia.
Correct. A device for making... Paul, that is not bad. £6,000. Your time starts now. In 1967, what famous ancient race was won by 100?
National.
Correct. Which city briefly preceded Ankara as the capital of the Turkish?
Istanbul.
Correct. Who played Foxy Cleopatra in the film
Beyonce Knowles.
Correct. The so-called red tab is a trademark of what company's blue denim jeans?
Levi 501.
I'll accept that's Levi's. In theatre, what type of artist suggests action and emotion without using words?
Mine.
Correct. Anne, Jennifer and Neely are the main characters in what Jacqueline Suzanne novel?
I pass.
Valley of the Dolls. What is the most commonly spoken language in the Middle East?
Arabic.
Correct. Which loose woman played Shelley Unwin in Coronation Street?
Oh, don't watch it, don't know.
Sally Lindsay. The tanning of the skin is caused by an increase in what pigment?
Melanin.
Correct. What fish takes its name from the Portuguese for fish with teeth?
Piranha.
Correct. Which chief of the Dakota Sioux toured with Buffalo Bill's Wild West show?
Geronimo.
Sitting Bull. Which Scottish comedian voiced Fergus in the animated adventure film Brave?
Billy Connolly.
Correct. £9,000, Ryan. Your time starts now. A person with pretensions can be described as being toffee what?
Pass.
Nosed. In 2013, which member of Yazoo released the album The Minutes?
Pass.
Alison Moyet. What mainline Paris train station is named after a battle won by Napoleon?
Trafalgar.
Austerlitz. In an old advertising slogan, what lager stays sharp to the bottom of the glass?
Pass.
Harp. In May 2006, John Prescott was controversially photographed playing what game?
Poker.
Croquet. The 2013 documentary We Steal Secrets is about what whistleblowing website?
Pass.
WikiLeaks. The French imperial yacht Aigle was the first boat to use what famous canal?
Panama.
Suez Canal. Theirs is not to reason why, theirs but to do and die is a line from what poem?
Pass.
Charge of the Light Brigade. How many times have Nottingham Forest won the European Cup?
Twice.
How did you get that? Twice is right. Well played. OK, Nicola, £1,000. Your time starts now. In 1953, who conquered Everest with Sherpa Tenzing Norgay?
Pass.
Edmund Hillary. The general rule for spelling is I before E, except after what?
V.
Correct. In the film Lincoln, which Oscar-winning actress played the First Lady?
Meryl Streep.
Sally Field. In America, the third Monday of January celebrates which civil rights leader?
Martin Luther King.
Correct. What nickname is shared by Gibraltar and Alcatraz?
Pass.
The Rock. Which Dutch tennis player won the Wimbledon men's singles title in '96?
Pass.
Richard Krajicek. God Bless Hooky Street is a line from what sitcom's theme song?
Emmerdale.
Only Fools and Horses. In 2004, the screen by Edvard Munch was stolen from a museum in what country?
France.
Norway. To Be Loved is the third consecutive #1 album for which Canadian singer?
Celine Dion.
Michael Bublé. What book includes the short novels The Magic Bedknob and Bonfires and Broomsticks?
Pass.
Bedknob. Bedknob and Broomstick. All right, Ella, £2,000. Your time starts now. A rundown urban area was traditionally referred to as Skid what?
Row.
Correct. Which player won his 5th World Snooker Championship in 2013?
Pass.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. In 1917, the Battenberg family anglicised its name to what?
Mountbatten.
Correct. The Forest of Dean's Royal Forest Factory makes what blackcurrant drink?
Ribena.
Correct. The shorter tabloid version of the Independent newspaper is called what?
Oh, IQ.
Just I. Which mathematician was born on the Greek island of Samos in the 6th century BC?
Oh, I can't think of any. Archimedes.
Pythagoras. Which TV and radio personality born in Limerick has the first names Michael Terence?
Wogan.
Yeah, Terry Wogan. What Italian mountain range gets its name from a French geologist?
I can't think of any. Pyrenees.
Dolomites. Which horror actor played Grand Moff Tarkin in Star Wars?
Christopher Lee.
The other one, Peter Cushing. Orchestral Suite No. 3, by which composer includes the air on the G-string?
Can't remember.
Would have been Bach. All right, Chris, not a bad start. £4,000. Your time starts now. In the title of a 2005 film, how old is the Virgin played by Steve Carell?
40 years.
Correct. Gold Hill in Shaftesbury, Dorset was the setting for an advert for what bread?
Warburton's.
Hovis. Valentine Gray is a 2012 novel by which Danish-born media personality?
Stieg Larsson.
Sandy Toksvig. What word links a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta and chocolate-dipped biscuit sticks?
Pass.
Mikado. Which runner-up on Britain's Got Talent released the album Standing Ovation?
GLS.
Susan Boyle. The New York Times drama critic Frank Rich was nicknamed the Butcher of where?
Wall Street.
Broadway. Which French king bought the Hope Diamond in the 17th century?
Louis XIV.
Correct. According to the house at Pooh Corner, Tiggers don't like what foodstuff?
Twiglets.
Honey. What motor racing circuit is approximately 20 miles southeast of central London?
Silverstone.
Brands Hatch. Tiggers don't like Twiglets. Oh, that is brilliant. You got your Tiggers mixed up with your Piglets there. Oh, goodness me. Ray, £2,000. Your time starts now. What computer-based test is taken by learner drivers?
The MO2.
No, driving theory test. How many matches are there in the quarterfinals of a tennis tournament?
5.
4. Which rapper released the 2013 album Magna Carta Holy Grail?
Oh, I don't know.
Jay-Z. Yamamoto was commander of what country's navy during World War II?
Japan.
Correct. The A30 road from London finishes at what Cornish landmark?
Penzance.
Land's End. According to tradition, St Anne and St Joachim are the parents of which biblical character?
Jonah.
Virgin Mary. Which flautist had an instrumental hit with a version of Annie's song?
James Galway.
Correct. What'll I Do by Irving Berlin was the theme tune for what TV sitcom?
Well, it was The Great Gatsby.
Birds of a Feather. The name Farley's is particularly associated with what type of biscuit?
Rusks.
Yep, correct. All right. You know what, Eileen? £3,000. Your time starts now. The annual Scottish celebration known as Burns Night celebrates what poet?
Robbie Burns.
Correct. What nickname does Justin Bieber give to his fans?
B-Bets.
Believers. In 2012, which cricketer set a new record as England's all-time century scorer?
Ponting.
Alistair Cook. In the nursery rhyme, little girls are made of sugar and spice and what?
All things nice.
Correct. Who was First Lady of Argentina from 1946 to her death in 52?
Eva Peron.
Correct. What Italian family provided 4 popes and 2 queens of France?
Borgias.
The Medicis. The title character climbs the Empire State Building in what 1933 film?
King Kong.
Correct. The Hellenic Republic is the official name in English of what European country?
Norway.
Greece. Who was UK Prime Minister between Harold Wilson's 2 terms?
Pass.
Edward Heath. The Varnished Untruth is a memoir by which comedian turned therapist?
Oh, Pamela Anderson.
Pamela Stevenson. What team he played? To be fair, she'd be pleased and punches getting mixed up with Pamela Anderson. OK, Mike, or maybe not as the case may be. Mike, £4,000.